Alright, today is Mother's Day, May the 8th of 22, and I'm documenting this to show myself the progress I make on my lawn. It's pushing 85, 90 degrees today in North Texas, near the DFW, I could say. Gusting winds about 15 miles an hour, and I just gave the lawn a mow. Now this is supposed to be Bermuda grass, but let's take a look here. Alright, got this lava rock border to help with drainage, I guess, keep the dogs from digging under the fence. And they love to do that, but so far this lava rock is working. We bought this house in October of 21, and the entire lawn was dormant to dead, and I don't even know if it was actually dormant because it's just bad. There's about 3 inches of thatch. I don't think the clippings were ever bagged in this lawn. And it's also been on a daily diet of dog shit, real healthy dog shit diet. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I sprinkled out some weed and feed. Probably didn't follow the label correctly and didn't put enough out. You can see where the dogs are peeing everywhere. And some of this crabgrass, I guess it is, maybe dallisgrass, some of it's dying off from the spot treatment I've been using, and I'll get into that in a second to remind myself later. I'm gonna move up to this section, give myself a better view. Now this lawn's got tons of ruts, tons of divots, and I mean there's just dog piles everywhere, and every type of weed you could think of in this grass. And then over here we have some Bermuda. Okay, let me try to get up close. This is some decent, healthy Bermuda just right here and right here. I mean, a couple of spots. It shows potential. Over there as well, there's some fairly dense, fairly healthy Bermuda. So I keep telling myself I don't want to kill everything off and then leave herbicide in the soil for the next 6 months while I'm waiting to reseed. But I don't want to be out here on my hands and knees pulling out stuff like sedge and crabgrass and dallisgrass. I mean, it's just unrelenting, the weeds. So I don't know, maybe I lean towards the legal herbicides that I can access without a permit. Maybe I do that. But there's a low spot here. This holds water that flows from my neighbor's slope. I don't know why they graded it this way, but this holds some water here, so we're going to be building that up in the future. Oh, hello trampoline. Another grass killing device right here. Holds a little water here. And seeing a lot of this Bermuda per se, it's starting to creep towards each other. It's starting to thicken up just a little bit. Now that the temperatures are up, the Bermuda is going to be really thriving where it can, but also it's trying to fight off weeds, and Bermuda doesn't like to fight. Bermuda does not like to fight when it's in this kind of environment. The weeds are thriving and taking all the nutrients away. I mean, yeah, the dog poop doesn't help, but all right, we got to figure out what we're gonna do. I think up at Tractor Supply they got some stuff called Trimec, and it's labeled to kill crabgrass. And that's what I've been spot treating with out here. Let me show you a fair example so that I can rule out dog urine, because it's a similar. All right, there we go. There's one I've spot treated. Here's one I've spot treated. And you can really tell the difference in crabgrass and Bermuda by the color and the stalk of the weed itself. Here's another that I've spot treated. The dallisgrass and crabgrass, it's really hard to kill them off and keep them gone because the roots lie dormant in the soil and they pop right back up. In the cooler weather, the crabgrass and dallisgrass, they slow down quite a bit, and you know, just like your warm weather, warm temperature grasses, slows down quite a bit. So you really want to get those pre-emergents out there. When we first bought the house, I put down a pre-emergent, but I didn't follow the label, and here I am, Dog Turd Hill. I've got a lot of work to do out here, you know. So I think we're gonna treat it with Trimec. Per label, it's about 6.4 fluid ounces per gallon, and 1 gallon is slated for 1,000 square feet. And I know this section of my property here is about 3,000 square feet, 3,200, you know. That's based off of the property survey that they gave me when I bought the house. Like, if you don't want to get out in your yard and measure, just go through your paperwork and you can figure out the square footage of your property, because it's right there on the paper that they gave you. So we're going to use 3 gallons mixed with about 19.2 fluid ounces of Trimec for crabgrass, and that stuff is about $18 for a 32 ounce bottle. It comes with a measuring cup. It's up at Tractor Supply. They're not paying me to say this, it's what I've been spot treating with, and I know that I can do a full broadcast on the whole lawn and see if we can't kill off another round of this. But to do that, I probably need to wait 21 to 28 days, maybe 30 days, and not spot treat anymore, because I don't want to overload the soil with the ingredients of the Trimec. It may cause me problems. But make sure and read the label on anything that you mix up for your lawn. Make sure you read the label. Don't screw up like I did. And yeah, they're not paying me to tell you this, to tell myself this. They're not paying me to tell myself this. I'm the only person that's gonna watch this because I forget a lot of things, and this is an easier way to remember. I wouldn't have even remembered to write this stuff down, so I better upload it, because I won't remember where this video is in my gallery. Nah, being dramatic. Yeah, we're going to use 3 gallons of water for about 3,000 square feet. We're going to have 19.2 fluid ounces of Trimec in there. Probably add a surfactant, which helps it stick to the blades of weeds. Well, they're grassy weeds, so blades of grass, whatever. And then once we get all these weeds killed off, through here with topsoil compost mix and level out some of these spots. There's a drastic drop right there. Probably the way the water flows. It looks like it pools here, goes this way, and into my poor neighbor's yard. Man, I'm flooding his yard, I bet. I'm gonna do some changes to the lawn, and this is how I'm going to document the changes that are made. Just look at these grassy, nasty weeds, man. They're just really taken away from the property and its potential. Dogs don't help. Man, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. What am I doing? Sorry. So, see, where'd that other one go? I'm trying to figure out, see if maybe somebody that sees this might help me. this grassy weed, I don't know what it is. I've spot treated this thing like 5 times, 6 times since October last year, and it will not die. Let me put a shadow behind the camera, maybe get a little, no, that doesn't help. It won't die, so I don't even know what it is, so I don't really know how to treat it. That's another key thing. If you don't know what kind of grass you have, just don't assume, because you'll end up screwing up everything like I did. Figure out what kind of grass you have, and then, you know, go from there. You need to know how much space you have, how many square feet is your lawn. Try to be accurate. And what kind of grass do you have? It's a big difference in St. Augustine and Bermuda. There's a big difference in fescue and centipede grass. You know, like, they're all very different. You know, you got ryegrasses that are better in the wintertime and the fall, and you got warm season grasses like the Bermuda and stuff like that we have here in North Texas a lot. And man, some of you guys have some awesome lawns. Really impressed every time I roll by and see a guy real mowing his lawn, and it's just that perfect, you know, that dwarf looking Bermuda, and it's just thick. Looks like you could drop a coin on it and maybe half of that coin only go down in the turf and stand straight up. Roll a golf ball smooth across the lawn. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, today's Mother's Day, May 2022. If you're watching this, thanks for wasting your time with me while I document my memories a little bit in this lawn. Be kind to one another. That's more important than anything else. Be kind to one another. And if you don't love anybody in this world, love yourself. Bye.